So, pitch for an idea for a movie for you. Boy lives in a town cut off from the outside world. Force from the outside world threatens the life of the town he lives in. Oppressive cult wants to keep the status quo. Boy pushes against cult. Dad helps him in a roundabout supernatural way. If you thought I was talking about Attack on Titan, you are wrong. Today, I went to go see uh, Poupelle, Poupelle, no, Poupelle, 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 no, Poupelle. Let's just say Poupelle. Poupelle of Chimney Town from 2020, that year. This was a CG movie directed by Yusuke Hirota. And shit. Great job on my second stream. All right. So yeah, that's what the kind of the non-spoilery, kind of spoilery gist of this movie is. Premise is about this boy named Louis. Sad boy. Dad's dead. Mother has asthma. And they live in a town full of chimneys. And that doesn't help with his mom breathing, but it's fine. She's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Don't even worry about his mom. So Louis, his dad died, misses his dad. His dad used to tell all these stories about how there used to be stars beyond the chimneys and all the smoke. And no one believes this guy. No one has believed him for years. He kept coming out after work, telling all the kids all these stories about how there's stars and you just gotta go on adventures and have fun. And Louis was immensely inspired by this, but all the adults lied. So eventually, at the beginning of the movie, this force, this literal like heart from the sky, it's like a metal-looking heart, comes from the sky, falls into a pile of garbage, and pulls all the garbage to make a person thing named Poupelle or Poupelle. I think it's pronounced Poupelle. But I'm just gonna call him Poupelle because that sounds better. So Poupelle wakes up from this, nothing. He just, he's created from nothing, and he just goes on his adventure. He meets Louis, and they have rambunctious, funny adventures, and and actually, that's actually a good way to put it because this is a kids' movie first and foremost. I compare it to Attack on Titan because it is very similar in certain structures and certain plot points that it introduces. And that's a good thing. It's similar in Attack on Titan in the themes and more heartfelt because, again, children's movie. And so this movie was fun in that childish sense because it has songs, and these songs actually are placed in certain sections of the movie and they're usually montages, and it makes this movie feel very episodic, so it's actually really easy to watch. If you want to clock out after the first half hour, it's kind of easy for you to do that. Honestly, this movie was kind of paced in a way where you could watch it as a 3-part series. And I thought that was interesting because it was very easy. It was it was very clearly delineated which part was act 1, 2, and 3. And that was just interesting. And, they had montages and songs. And the songs are pretty good. It was cool. The songs were clearly made for the movie, which was also nice. It wasn't just pop music. Not that I have a problem with pop music, but it's nice to have. It's nice to know that people will make music for making music for a movie. So the music was very obviously written for the movie, but whatever, it's not a big deal. So this movie's got the society hates Louis and his dad for believing in stars because we'll get to it. I don't want to. I might not get into total spoilers. This is a spoiler review. I'm not like here to hush hush about it, but I'm not gonna like give you all the details. If you want to go see it, I gave you the general gist of it, so go with that as you will. I'll go into a little bit more now, but fair warning: if Attack on Titan for kids hasn't appealed to you, and you want to keep gauging out to see if it's worth it, I say it's worth it. This was a fun movie, not the best movie ever made, of course, but again, so okay, but for real, the movie's about a boy and this garbage man, Poupelle, made of garbage, with a like a heart thing, like a rock heart in his chest. Uh, Go on adventures, and this is the city is run by this cult who wants to basically cast out anyone who talks about stars or anything that's different, anything that's threatens the stability of the town of Chimney Town. And so they're on the hunt for this thing for Poupelle, and through different means, through different circumstances, the Poupelle has a place to live, but he has to hide. Louis has a friend. He's a castaway. No one really likes him because of the stories that his dad told, and he just doesn't have any friends. So they develop a friendship. They're cute. They're fun. There's a running joke, not so much a joke, but a running reference that Poupelle is always smelly after he gets cleaned by Louis all the time throughout the movie. And you think, well, he's garbage, so sure. But then why is the garbage keep getting stinkier every time he cleans them? I don't know. The fun little twist in that at the end that I'm not going to spoil because that was actually really cool. Why he keeps stinking, why he always stinks after each cleaning, even after every time Louis cleans Poupelle. But anyway, the cult hates the stars and wants to keep the status quo, so they want to capture Poupelle and Louis, and it's not really clear what they want to do to them specifically, but it's been referenced in the movie that they will cast out people who threaten their stability. They kind of hint at the idea that they were responsible for Louis' dad's death, but they weren't, and it was not clear what their motives were exactly. At the climax of the movie, maybe I'm getting ahead of myself. General thoughts on this movie. One, again, fun children's story. I'd recommend. It's a good movie for both kids and adults because it's cute and it's paced well for a child who might not have the greatest attention span. I don't want to talk too much about generalizations of children because I'm sure every children is different. Sorry, just found some garbage man on Poupelle. This movie was all in CG. Don't know if that will turn off most people. It didn't turn me off because the premise looked interesting and I thought I'd go see it and enjoy it. I don't care if it's in CG. Japanese CG movies, they tend to look weird. At least, I guess the more time passes, the better they look. But this movie had a style it wanted to go for, and I think the CG more or less gave it some identity. whether that identity is good or not, I don't know, but it it helped. It made it look, I guess, it came across a little bit more charming. I'm not sure if it had that animation technique where they overlay the 3D models with 2D drawings like they would in some old Ghibli movies. I don't think that was ever necessary, so I don't know if they did that, but point being, the some of the faces, you may have been able to mistake them for 2D faces. Maybe that's just in how simple they utilize their faces, because they don't really emote that much. They're not like super emotional. Their mouths only open so wide. They don't like drop their jaw when uh girl flashes her bra or whatever, but just general, easy to understand, not totally emotional, but readable faces. And so the animation was not over exaggerated, but it was rustic. That's actually a good word. Garbage, rustic, same, yeah, something like that. Uh, one other general thought I remember is there's so Louis works for a chimney sweep company. He's a little kid, by the way. I guess the society doesn't really care. They don't have like a child labor laws or anything because this kid's pushing 8, 9, maybe 10. I don't know. He's really short. They don't specify his age. Could be younger than 10. I can't imagine him being anything over 10. So whatever. He works for this chimney company, and their boss, this chimney sweep boss, he meets Poipole, and he's like, okay, you don't, Louis, like he's in his head, like he's not like saying this out loud. He thinks that Louis doesn't have any friends. This Poipole guy seems to be like a cool guy, even though he's a monster. Like they call Poipole a monster, and like because the town's seen him. I'll get to that in a second because there's and takes him to this whatever the kind of place you'd call where they sew, not a sweatshop. I guess you can kind of call it a sweatshop. No, chimney boss brings Popo to a store so he can mend the workers' clothes because they rip all the time, and now he has a job. And it's funny because chimney guy, he walks out. He says, "I think you're a good guy. I'm going to be willing to let you. I'm going to trust this place to you. You can live here, but I can't be here for very long because I'm actually super afraid of monsters." And he's quaking in his boots, and he's got the most stoic face you'd ever imagine. It was just a really cute, endearing moment. One thing I forgot to mention was the very beginning of this movie. There was this opening number. Like, this is right when Popol came to life for the first time, and he goes out to explore the town. And mind you, this movie came out on Christmas in 2020 in Japan. And the opening number for this movie is a Halloween dance. And like all these kids are just dancing around, and there's this Halloween song, and it was a clear Halloween song. It was about Halloween and scaring people, and all the kids and all the people in costumes. There was like a pumpkin kid. There was a cat girl, whatever kid, and it was a really fun, entertaining dance number. I don't know. It was fun to watch, and it was like the CG kind of added to the charm to it. Yeah, this movie's CG is to me pretty charming. I really liked it. Uh, I think otherwise, Yeah, I'd say if you're into child friendly movies, if you're a kid, you want to go see this, go watch it. If you're a parent and you want a fun movie for, to show to your kid, no doubt, Poupelle in the Chimney Town, solid, solid time, solid good time. It's not gonna blow the stacks out of any animation buffs out there, but if you're just looking for a charming movie, uh, that has some music, has good pacing, not too many characters. As a matter of fact, there's only two or maybe four. I guess Popo and Louie steal the show. Like they're the only real characters of the entire movie. Mom, the dad, like as a in flashbacks, they play minor roles. There's this digger, this mining guy, who's introduced early in the show in the movie, and then comes back later. And then there's like a bunch of other minor characters who, honestly, I know they have names, but I could not. I have no idea. I mean, I don't remember anyone else's names other than Popo and Louie, but there's other characters in the movie, and some are cool, some just play roles, basic roles. But aside from the chimney guy, he's the chimney boss. He's the only one I actually like remember and care about because he was cute. But yeah, this movie was fun. I liked it. Go see it for yourself if you so choose. I'm not gonna choke you by your neck and tell you to do so. And again, if you like Attack on Titan, but you are a child and you are not, the ESRB will not let you watch it. This is a fun, like heart friendly alternative. I don't want to end it saying that this was like as like anything like Attack on Titan because it wasn't. But again, go see it. Have fun. Thank you for watching.